I can tell you that there's a big step that we have made, and it's clearly showing in our practice and our game today.
Hi guys, this is Tom reporting from the LEC, and with me is Febiven, the mid laner for Misfits, who unfortunately just lost against Fnatic, but had a pretty good game overall. How are you doing, man?
Pretty mad right now, but I mean, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, can you walk through me? Let's first start at the preparation for this match. You knew this was going to be a tough match going into it. How did you prepare for Fnatic?
I don't think we necessarily prepared against them specifically. I think we just played what we play the best and what we consider is the strongest right now. Obviously, some bans are always targeted, but I mean, we know they like to play around their side lanes, so yeah, I mean, we try to kind of be stable around the sides and just try to pressure them through mid and then go from there.
Yeah, something I want to touch on is that during the spring split, Misfits started off really well. After a slow week one, you guys kind of skyrocketed in the rankings and performed consistently. Towards the end of the season, it flattened a bit. What did you guys take from the spring split, and are you trying to implement in this summer split?
Well, good question. Let me think. I guess just a lot of overall knowledge and I guess comfort. That I think that's what we gained. And I mean, when you're a new team and you have so many other teams that are already been together for a long time, I think it's kind of natural that they're a step ahead of you, right? And we kind of had to grow into that and just have increase our foundations of the game and just get better day by day. And I guess yeah, we all understand each other more. We know what to play off, kind of. We are better at enabling each other. So I guess it's a mix of those things.
And when you say that you guys had to work on that synergy, basically, then you bring in for the summer split 2 new players. You bring in Kobbe as the new AD carry, and you promote Doss to the new support player. Isn't that more difficult to get that synergy even better for the summer split then, or did you guys basically click immediately?
I think naturally the bot lane that we have now clicks really well, and I feel like that the base level they have from playing with each other from I don't know, for a little bit together, I feel like it's already pretty high. So it's really easy to implement that into our team style, since they're both really open and they're really aggressive as players, which really fits our team.
Yeah, so you would say that the style of Kobbe and Doss supplements what you guys are trying to do better than what Bfoy and Denik brought to you guys,
Yeah,
spring?
for sure. I mean, we're never gonna bring in other players if we don't think that those players will be better than what we have, right? So it's just I can tell you that there's a big step that we have made, and it's clearly showing in our practice and our game today.
So, aside from the addition from of Kobbe and Doss, is there anything else that you think your team has made strides in terms of in terms of training, in terms of practice during the spring split off season? Basically, was there a target that you guys focused on improving?
Well, you mean us playing solo queue and stuff, more individually?
Yeah, and again, you say you had to develop that team synergy, but I imagine that it's not just focusing on an aggressive playstyle that you have to polish, but there's more aspects to being a good LEC team, being a good League of Legends team, than finding a style that works for you, I suppose.
Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, as soon as we lost the playoffs, like people took some time off, and I went home for a month, and I just grinded solo queue, played like I don't know 400 as much as I could,
Mm-hmm.
as much as I can. Like obviously make it as productive as possible, get ahead of the meta, making sure I'm in shape, and
Mm-hmm.
my teammates were doing the same because we were obviously not satisfied with our performance in spring, and we realized that we really need to step up. And even right now, we still need to step it up, and it's not gonna change because the competition is looking very stacked. But we have a great group of people right now that are working in the right direction, and I can see the potential that we have. So of course it really sucks to lose these kind of games because it was basically in our hands, right? We should have won this game
Mm-hmm.
like 99%, but Fnatic came back well. So I guess I'm hopeful for the future.
Is it if you have to look at the match and identify not necessarily where it went wrong, because I think it was, you know, a gradual bounce back from from Fnatic that, you know, scaled when they stole the Baron. Um, what went wrong with the team? Was it the mindset that you guys took such a blow and couldn't recover from that, or was it something else for you?
No, I just think we failed to identify what was the right play in the moment, and
Mm-hmm.
I think, of course, it's the first game, and I felt like we were all really like into the moment, which I think we were not able to take a step back and be like, okay, this is what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is the right play, and we kind of rushed into things, which is completely fine. But it just, when you're a pro player, the worst kind of games are when you're really ahead and you should have won, and
Mm-hmm.
then you actually lose by enemies having a comeback or a Baron steal. So I mean, I can tell you that that's probably the worst thing for for any player.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine that you know that's a big blow to suffer, especially when it's the start of the season. You want to come out right off the gate swinging. So
Yeah.
there are obviously still 17 matches left to play in the regular split. You have a goal for this split, which I imagine is making the top four at least to get to Worlds. How do you rate your chances of getting there?
I think it's really, really hard to say. I think after scrimming all the teams and seeing how good they are and how good they can be, I think it's just gonna be a battle of who is working the smartest and who gets the momentum and who stays strong in their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, I believe there's like 6 or 7 teams that realistically can make it. But yeah, it just depends on, as I said, um, who keeps it up, and it's gonna be a challenge. And I definitely believe that we can, and I will try everything I can to get there.
And if you judge by the scrims you guys have had, is there any placement you would give you guys at the moment?
Um, I would say we are probably. I mean, everyone is kind of. I mean, there's like a top 2, and then there's like a top 6, which is like swinging around each other. I would say we are like swinging around, with like the top 6, just
Mm-hmm.
like Spring Split, where we're trying to get the edge, just like every team is trying to, figure out the best way to counter every team, and it's gonna be fun going forward.
And is there something in your mind at the moment when you look at your team's performance, not just from this game, obviously, but from the scrims that have happened, that you think you guys need to iron out to secure that top four spot?
I think it's mostly about consistency and just staying ahead of the meta.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't think it matters that much if you go 0-3 in the beginning or you go 3-0. It's just how you like consistently go through the weeks and how much you improve regardless of your outcome. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, you need the X amount of wins, right? I think it's just about playing well, honestly. We just need to get the consistent practice that leads into confidence and like after a game like this, we can still be happy and we can say, okay, we actually challenged Fnatic. Like we should have won this game, and it was like really, it was in our hands, right? So it's not like you lose a game against a really good team that you get stomped. No, we actually like we were stomping them, you know. So it's
Yeah, and I like the positive mindset. The positive takeaway is that in the end, you challenge a team that many thought may be almost untouchable, right?
yeah, exactly.
Cool. So, are there any last words you want to say to the people who have been supporting you and Misfits throughout the spring split and will be supporting you as well throughout the summer split?
I guess I just want to say that games like this we should never be able to lose, and I will make sure as as a mid laner for the team that I will make sure these losses don't happen anymore, because this, as I said before, are the worst losses you can get, and in those games we should be able to walk away with a smile and be proud, and yeah, it's a little bit harder today.
Yeah, well, I wish you the best of luck in the rest of the split, man. Thank you very much for joining me, and good luck in the rest of the weekend as well.
Thank you so much.